Hello and welcome to Defensive Series. Once again to session 885, where we unfortunately had a little shutdown of my PC. But it shouldn't take too long now. Just wrapping up Allied, and then
Oh, they're trying to arrest me.
well, he'll just execute you right on the spot. Sorry, you then you're out of charge now.
That makes sense. I knew Danny can't trust a woman in space.
I mean, I don't know if you can even call a woman at this point, but yeah.
Well, no, it's still early 2000s in game. You can still sort of trust them. You can fix them.
Yeah, you see them. You see Noah walking down this the hallway, escorted by two Marines, and and there's also the familiar figure of Danielle talking to Noah. They both seem to be focused on each other and talking about various things related to defense. She seems to be talking about what measures he's taken to oh my fucking god, to protect the base from threat now. At least from the brief thing you can hear while you approach. They don't notice you right away.
Well, I'm just gonna, just casually wait then. Because I'm kind of like in the way, so once they kind of come farther towards them, they'll snap to attention or whatever the fuck. Oh.
And yeah, they both look up, and Noah says, "Hello, Sam."
Howdy, sir. I've been cleared to leave quarantine.
Excellent. You see him like tilt his head, and he says, "Oh, yeah." And Zari signed off. Oh.
Yep.
That's excellent news. Danielle was just about to tell me what she was doing to keep the base safe. Already mentioned some things, but how about you start again and fill O'Neill in? And Danielle said, "Yes, sir." My response was simple. Upon receiving the signal, isolate the isolate the personnel that could be compromised, and keep purely VE staff on hand. The most of them will be confined to their quarters. However, the Lewis Doyle has been, per his request, be confined to his lab instead, where he continued working. There was a slight unrest, but forceful tactics reinforced the urgency of the situation. So, within a few minutes, we were able to confine the personnel. I have not exactly checked the time, but I believe it was under 10 minutes.
Not bad. Gonna have to rehearse it a bit.
I don't know, so
for a first time, because for a first time, that's actually really not that bad in the grand scheme of things.
yeah. By the way, she has time magic, so she had a lot more time to think than it seems apparent.
Right.
So
She's been grinding it up. Good God bless Danielle. She's down the clown against enemies of the state.
So, and then it was just a waiting game until you arrived. Thanks for the thanks for the praise, but I was just doing my job.
No, that doesn't mean you shouldn't be praised for it. A good job is still a good job.
Well done, sir. The what I was getting at before. This is I'm not sure if you want to talk with it. Talk about it well, right here, but and he actually looks at Noah for a second, and he just nods. Well, I do think such measures would be appropriate for all the bases on Ceres. I do believe at least the ones with non-VE personnel need to be able to secure themselves against threat now quickly. Which means every base should have at least some contingency of VE personnel ready. Or at least, well, someone appropriate.
Sam just nods his head. It need to be forwarded to Cooper, as he's the head of security, but yeah, that's a smart choice.
Roll me extra perception empathy at difficulty 6.
Perception empathy.
Yes.
3 successes.
Alright, well. You notice, as I say, Cooper, you notice Danielle's, like, mouth curl in disapproval. Just for a second. But it's definitely there. Not sure if Noah caught it or not. But if so, he hasn't said anything.
Sam just nods his head when he captures it. He doesn't say anything, but he's like, "No, I know."
Well, I do believe we need to perhaps shuffle some personnel around, however. Particularly, well, I'm not exactly privy to what everyone has beyond this, the confines of this base. But I do believe in some bases the concentration of void engineers is far lower than in others.
Yeah, they some of the bases do have quite an influx of other conventions. Figured Noah, like it's not like a jab at Noah, but it's like he's like I figured Noah already took that into account. He doesn't know that they went over Noah's head.
Yeah. Maybe that's something to bring up during the next symposium meeting.
No.
That might not be the worst idea. We have quite a bit of work in that regard anyways. I've been contacted by Hyder recently, and he needs to needs to have a meeting anyways. So might be a second point on the agenda.
No, I look forward to seeing what he presents for the next proposal.
Well, that seems to be quite interesting. I'm not quite sure yet what he plans to do in detail, but it could be another game changer for Ceres. That's for certain.
I can already hear Futao crying.
Well, if anything, if he can make it happen, I think it still would be worth his time. I have confidence in Mr. Hyatt Barry. He has been very innovative in the driving force behind the scenes. Not that most of the rest of you have done less less good job. There are only a few.
I,
There are only a few
I
that.
take it that's Noah.
Hmm?
I take it that's Noah.
Yes.
Okay.
There are of course a few spots that have not been performing as much, but for the most part, I'm pretty happy where things have been going. Just need to iron out the last kinks, and this place should be secured.
Perfect.
But yes, I want to talk to you, O'Neill, and just the two of us. If you don't mind, I got some questions.
All right. I'm sure you know where my office is done. We can talk there.
That would be acceptable. I guess you walk over there. Let's see, where's the office space again? What's in it right now?
Oh,
It's
Bigazine.
oh fucking god.
Bigazine. Hey, Aziva just saw you. Do not be afraid. What's that even mean? Aziva just disappears. Okay. Oh, now there's two of me.
Yes, I just copied you both over.
It was an ambush the entire time. Now.
Oh my god.
With the avatar all along.
Okay, that's not quite fitting.
You shrunk me, and I fit in the square fine.
And yeah, he just like walks around and casually inspects your belongings and maybe like your decorations if you have any up.
No, there's like nothing. There's just like paperwork.
Yeah,
Put
well,
away and stuff.
it just looks like the paperwork occasionally. It doesn't seem like you're focusing too much on it. Just something, to keep his eyes busy. And he says, well, there have been a bit of oddities leading up to the to the point where we had the threatened null attack. Well, first of all,
Okay. Mhm.
you seem to have left the base at some point using using
The
a
supply
supply
ship.
ship. Yes.
Yes.
However, well, however, that seemed to have disrupted the natural flow, as the personnel that was supposed to take the supply ship just didn't have their work materials on hand. Not much of an issue overall, but just quite unusual, at least from you.
You see, like Sam, like, and then he like leans over to like a desk and like, oh, pulls out the paperwork, pulls out the return copy work, like that. This is totally okay paperwork,
Oh well.
and like, like hands it over, like, there you go. Paperwork said it was fine.
The paperwork seems to be fine, but let's check something else. And he use the piece the PDA on his suit and looks it up. Well, this says this copy says you have filed it, but this digital one doesn't seem to have seems to be up to date. IT sent it to you, and yeah, when you look at it, you see it actually. Not being filed. There seems to be like a difference between like the actual paperwork.
It's just saved as draft. It's like, oh, that doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense. It prints out the sent file here.
Yeah, you only sent only printed the draft, not what was actually sent. You see,
Well,
like,
how do I have the approval copy then?
he like shrugs. And maybe went into test mode somehow.
Alright, I'm gonna have to have the system checked afterwards, because that's a bit weird. that happened at that time.
And yes, you can see how you disappearing then right after seems a little bit unfortunate. Well, you managed to send out a message at some point describing your dire situations, but well, what can you tell me about the what can you tell me exactly about the circumstances? Just explain to me in like in a few sentences how you went from well going out of the base to your little adventure.
I left the base to visit the various complexes across Ceres to reshape them, getting ahead of a project, and encountered a giant slug creature thing at one of them. It did something that no mind shield really protected from. It was like an instinctive fear. And it drove me and my pilot insane, pretty much. And in a frenzy, we then took off and ended up on another planet dealing with the I don't even know. I was going under psychosis effects at the time, and encountered an EDE to he makes air quotes help us get back, and something that we'd killed them before, and then I was able to thankfully the technician was able to be fixed enough, again in air quotes, way still with the zine, to get us back here. I am not qualified to fly a ship. I am not going to, outside of very dire circumstances when it's a flat field.
I see. That seems interesting. Well, so far that's okay. We will of course start a little bit of investigation, check your flight computers, etc. But yeah, don't worry. I'm not really you've been a trusted member of the Union for a while, so no no worries about that. But I do need to still follow proper procedures. So we never know when or if something bad happens. We had quite the few run-ins, as you know, with entities able to influence or even replace every single one of us.
Yes, I also was in quarantine. I made copies of the stuff on the PDA to send. I wasn't able to due to the lockdown of the entire trip. Alongside, while I was there, however, the EDE that we encountered it looked like to be a very corny, like one of those like Nordic aliens, Aryans, whatever Mudball calls them anymore. He said we killed his people with a space station. Something about it crashing. He said he had a message for you. I just am living up to my. I'm just living up to my end. It's a transcript. In case it's some weird kill code or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sure. Not gonna repeat it, you know.
Yeah. Well. Let's see. Honestly, I'm gonna speed this up, so I'm not gonna have him roll to like double check everything, but assume it's double checked. And so that seems to be clean. Okay. essentially it's just a request to meet, and he does mention something about eras of the past, and quite a bit of a call for reparations, as it seems. He wants food and shelter for his people.
Well, that's questionable considering he said that they're able to avoid threat now, and they don't, and they when they do deal dealings with them, it's not via very hostile. Raises a couple questions for me there.
Well, that is interesting that he said that. He stares at the message. Well, I guess we need to check this out at some point, even if it's a trap. It just means we need to bring more firepower. Interesting enough, this is on Gripnoy.
No, was it on Grimnoid?
Well, this meeting is. Interestingly enough, it uses our our way to determine coordinates rather than anything alien.
That was done before he was able to get into. Before I made any agreement to get me and my guy back home. Weird. I mean, he uses enlightened science like we do, more advanced, but.
Indeed, this is true. Still leaves a bit of a few questions open.
You don't think he's in it? You don't think he's able to? He's listening in to our outpost on Grimnoid, do you?
I'm not sure. There's been a lot of fighting going on, and in theory it'd be possible to listen in on some of that, and it might have slipped the Marines in question, as they were busy, well, shooting things.
Fair enough.
But that still leaves a few. I guess he could have gleamed it from there, but also at the same time, maybe not. That's a bit.
It's not like Ren. Yeah, he had a weird distortion field. Once I left it, I wasn't able to see where I was over in that area. So.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll also check out the place using the navigation system of your ship. Now you can find it that way.
Yeah. Be useful to find out what planet that I fucking arrived on.
Yes, it does sound like Ripnoy, but at least that's what I was indicating right now. But there's no record of you using the entrance we have, which is very concerning.
I highly doubt there's just one entrance.
Well, that was a concern we had for a while, and if it's indeed true, we might have to go and hunt all the entrances down and potentially seal them. Because quite frankly, I don't think we will ever have enough security to to stop everyone at every entrance. It's just too much.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I have to limit the entrances and change the place in the fortress, I believe, but that's for the future. And for, I guess, the chief security, and we just left to decide. Anyways, thank you for your time, and if anything happens, I think we will be here for 2 days. The engineer says it takes 1 or 2 days to get the ship fixed, but from my experience, yes?
I was gonna say, sir, I have two, like, well, a few questions. Number one, when the ship is online again, can its weapons be used to glass this fucking slug thing, sir?
Of course, that shouldn't be a problem.
Good. Fuck that. That was miserable. Um, the other thing, the currency I've arrived back with. Does the Kula machine need any of it?
We don't quite need it. I suppose there's some uses for it, but it's not particularly pressing. I have no special request for currency as it stands right now. At least not from the crew of my ship.
Right. If that is the case, then is it alright if it's... But basically, Redomer, I want to use it as, like, to help grease some palms to get the fucking more, kind of like with what Bacon's doing with the Threadnell ship.
Oh. Sure. Like, if think about something you really want with it. Like,
yeah.
what
Well, I want to get better, like I want to make the base a bit more, not luxurious, but, like, you know, get a recreational area, like, because we don't know how long Grimlock's going to take.
Yeah.
So like get like a proper recreational area, like stuff like that for the base and nearby bases.
Yeah. Well, that would probably, since the ship part, would probably be pretty expensive. You know, considering it costs like 10 million per success. But sure, we can probably like whip something up. You have like a lot of it, if I recall correctly. Do you have the exact number noted down and at hand?
It's like 300 something. Like, it's an obscene amount, and I didn't even finish robbing all of the currency places.
Yeah. Okay, that's reasonable. I suppose you can do something with it. Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. I want to improve the morale of my Marines in my base, and those that are coming via the port and stuff.
Yep. Okay. That seems fine. And also, yeah, we'll see about what we can do, but we should be able to get something with this amount of yes.
Currency. No. And the other question I was going to ask him was about his commission. Well, the commission I want to make for the next downtime.
Oh.
About the sanitation or whatever. Like, I'm gonna ask, because he has more experience with stuff like that. Like, I'm gonna ask him for advice, like what he would recommend, because I know that's very.
Well, like he would recommend that that well, when it comes to like notes in general, they like works that are more dangerous than others, and to be frank, for him, it's more important that you stay safe-ish, and able to like perform your duties. So what he thinks is like, you know, if anything, like short trips and nothing too dangerous, which means just into like sanitation is fine, but if it's like opening notes, that usually paints like a target on someone.
Yeah.
So, you know, like everyone the mom will sense it. Similar to like upgrading, and you know, the bigger the upgrade, and like the bigger the new note you make, like the worse it gets. It can be a bit mitigated by doing it step by step, but even that is still risky, and particularly.
Yeah, and it takes longer way.
Yes, it takes longer too.
Is it painting a target? Like Sam's gonna ask. Is it painting a target both in the sense of to lycanthrope and stuff like that, but also to other factions of the Union? We'll phrase it like
that. That's an interesting question. Quite frankly, I do not know if it attracts the attention of other factions. It very well could be. However, I believe that's if at all, it would be like a higher tier confluxes would be the ones that would draw the attention. I don't think
Okay.
something small would draw the attention. But make no mistake, other factions are certainly not the most dangerous thing we have to worry about out here. And there are creatures. I do find confluxes to be a valuable price, even at its lowest. And if they sense it, and if they sense some weakness, they might just come and and have a go at it. And of course, they're even worse entities that don't seek the energy for themselves, but seek to corrupt the source, and thus potentially tainting everyone that uses the conflux.
Mm,
You might not even notice it at first, and it might be done very slowly and steadily, but the threat is definitely there. So it's best
sir,
to,
space fucking sucks.
well, that's why only the best are sent up here.
Not paid enough for this shit. He's like, you get paid? Yeah, you don't have it. You don't have investment banking? What the fuck, Noah?
Hmm. He thinks back to his like apartment somewhere in somewhere in New York, like just like a small little thing, um, in like on the outskirts, where it's not that expensive yet.
Yeah.
It's like,
Because usually he just remembers, oh fuck, I haven't fed my fish in forever. I hope it's okay. The fish is like eating is like this fucking EDE, like, oh, eating like 3
yes. Like a fun fact, he was actually retired already with his
Oh,
funds.
he was retired already.
Yeah, they he had like some contacts that he aged him a while ago.
Ah.
But yeah,
Uh,
sadly it's not easy that easy for him to draw upon them because they're on the fucking mud ball.
yeah. I'm trying to remember what the fuck else I was supposed to bring up to Noah, because I remember I need to bring something up to him.
Hmm.
Oh, how has he seen the propaganda piece yet? Super less important, but like,
Yes, 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 I have.
oh,
I've actually shown it to my entire ship, and well,
ah,
it was quite interesting. Lots of drama, but interesting nonetheless. It's nice to see some footage out of the field instead of having just a report from it. I believe we can show that around in the academy. It's a real shame that we cannot show this kind of footage on TV. Back at the mud ball.
well, I mean, give a little bit of doctoring, make it a wartime drama. There we go. Or put it on what is it? Is it the science fiction channel? I think that's what they call it on the Mudball.
Maybe I haven't watched TV in forever.
No, I mean I haven't either. So,
Well, I'm not media control, and I hope they can make this for what they can. But it seems promising, at least to me. I had I had a nice feeling of renewal and hope when I watched it, which is, I guess, the intended effect.
perfect. Alright. Means I did my part and nobody died with. That reminds me, sir. I have a very loaded question for you. Do
Sure.
you think in the future I can get an undergrad, basically an apprentice, predominantly?
Let's see. Hmm.
No, just puts a gun on the table. Shut the fuck up, Sam. Yes, sir.
Yeah, like, well, you don't really have like a spot for them. Hmm. If anything, it would be like someone freshly off the table. But I would prefer if it wasn't if it wasn't hmm. It should. You see, as any form
Hmm.
of apprentice, what would that give you? What what if one of our fine crewmen can't do for you, or marine for that matter?
The difference is teaching something new to go out there without tying up already pre-existing resources.
Well,
A new apprentice, like a brand new fresh face butter boy, girl, it doesn't matter. Isn't really already somewhere that the line needs to be held, yes, but you know what I mean. Like they haven't already settled in to where they are. So instead of pulling them from that location, which would then need to be filled, this would be somebody that gets their experience here to then be sent off with more proper experience. At least two there. And pretty much, yeah, a master and an apprentice.
well, Sam. I'm not sure if it's possible. I will have to see what I can do. That's quite a request.
I understand if you can't. I was not about to go and order freaking 5 of them like the other constructs. Which, as a side note, no, that is very strange. You signed off on that, not once but twice.
I did not sign off on it. No, not
I'm
really.
sorry.
I was given a little choice in the matter. I was
What was
presented with
that?
the facts, and that was it.
What? So it's just like, uh, who, who presented the facts to you? They're not even all void engineers from like the report I've gotten, at least from Hyde.
I've already said too much, and he sighs. I hate politics.
Is it at least in-house politics?
Partially.
Sam's head just hits the fucking desk. I don't look forward to the day I'm in your seat where I have to deal with multiple house politics. It's already weird enough I have to deal with factional politics now. Which is cute though.
Well, one way or another, it's time for me to go and finish my rounds here. By the way, nice little base. Very tidy.
I try. One of the reasons why I think they deserve a recreational area.
Yeah. As I said, I'm very confident that that can be arranged.
And then Sam's gonna give him like a salute and let him get on his way.
Alright. He leaves. Alright, well, it's time to wrap up. I will probably come.
You giant slug bastard! I got a cute little machine to shoot you. Go fuck yourself. Get off a goddamn rock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, no. That's actually yeah, I finished that note, I think. At least one of them.
I finished that note and then I got driven insane.
Yep. That's beautiful. Like the ground was
I
shaking
hate
and
it
you're like,
so
oh
much.
yeah, let's finish this first.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna leave it half done. I don't know. I didn't know what was about to like come out of the fucking the soil.
Imagine it was like a threatened machine.
I mean, would have been a lot of problems then.
Just buried there for 1,000 years.
Yeah. What did the person that buried have Temporis too?
No, 3 usually for that.
Ah, okay. They had 3. Ah.
Oh, well, I think at least it was. But yeah, okay. I guess let's wrap this up quickly so we can idle talk. We can do later if necessary, anyways. Let's see, 1d3. Which one has the? Okay, that's actually well, I like in character, not
Hello.
effect. Thoughts.
8 character thoughts. I'm no longer insane. Also, I'm so proud of Danielle. She did a really good fucking job. Like,
Yeah.
there was no murder. There's nothing like that. Like, she strong-armed people, but that's to be expected. It's Danielle. That poor accountant's probably never going to be the same again. Uh, but otherwise, I'm free. I'm alive. That's good. Bit confused as to why that paperwork wasn't submitted and how I have it was submitted paperwork. We'll look into that. Out of character. Hey, we got to see Noah again, and that fucking slug creature gets fucking divine retribution for its existence.
Indeed, it will.
Deserves.
It's a bit of a shame, though.
Why?
Well, some other stuff might get glassed of it.
Some other people might have had. Well, I mean, it's their fucking fault.
Well, it's not people. It's like an interesting creature that might actually be helpful to some other people here. Actually, particularly in baking.
They can go get smaller ones.
They are pretty small, like worm-sized,
Yeah, no, this one's not.
Well, okay, it's like it's a different creature that's like essentially essentially being kept alive by the presence of the other one, of the slug that attacked you, and
Are the small slugs feeding the big slug? Is this some weird slug worship?
No, it's not. It's actually not. They're actually not slugs. They're like worms. They're like worms that are there to essentially like recycle, but like magical.
Yeah.
They can essentially like detoxify like ground and shit like that.
We can get other. Well, that's fine. The issue being is this is a giant fucking worm that shows violence, so I have chosen to kill it.
Yes, I mean it's perfectly reasonable in character. Just saying, it's a bit of a shame, but yeah, that's fine.
I've never cared about the ecosystem.
I mean, yes, that's perfectly acceptable. Okay, next up, let's see which one of the guys is next. Okay, Ems.
Hello, I am here. In game, what I have learned. I have learned in game. I should really, I need scrap, and I need to upgrade my base really fucking badly, but I can't get no scrap due to the hydroponics and the other such matters. Outer game. Wow, I feel sorry for Bacon's character, like he's crippled.
Oh, well, it was. He actually healed himself.
I know, but it still sucks to be crippled, though.
Yes. Alright. Yes?
That's really it.
Okay. Then I guess that leaves Bacon. Are you still here? Are you with us?
He's definitely muted.
Oh.
Let me.
Whoop. Guess he's dead.
Jim. Or they
Yeah, he's even like on away status, so he might just be doing something else. Maybe eating. He just left. But yeah, okay. I guess we'll get his stuff out of session. And well, bit of a shame that we had a bit of a break in here. But I think overall the session worked out fine, even with just 3 people for the most part.
Went pretty good for just 3 people.
Yeah.
honestly, it's a lot done.
Yeah. It was also a bit more relaxing for me because I didn't have to juggle as many people.
Alright, now it's time. Now we get to, since Bacon's missing, quick, we can start building the matrix here, right, Radama?
Oof.
Quick,
Oh, no, certainly not.
No.
But yeah. By the way, like you should decide like who actually has the matrix. That's like 50 quint strong.
Amps has the. Amps has
yeah.
Okay, Amps has it.
Cool. I better.
That was literally the agreement. He gets the first one, I get the other 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like a good deal.
Yeah, I mean Amps can actually use it, because he needs a way to dump quint at some point. I'm not sure exactly, you know, when we come to fruition, but it's definitely gonna be a thing.
Don't worry. I'm gonna fill this matrix up already, Kappa.
Oof. I mean, it's already filled. Like, it's...
Oh, fuck,
Yeah,
I need to make more matrixes. Shit.
Yeah, we do, Amps. That's why we have enough materials for 2 more of the bastards.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty... yeah.
Do we get a willpower?
Oh, right, fuck, I almost forgot about that kind of stuff. Okay, let's check. I think you're a Crusader, right?
Yep.
Yeah, take a willpower, and you were a director, I think.
Yes.
They're really trying to cut me out of my fucking...
I ordered droids.
No.
Flying drones.
And you're at the directory in FL today, I think. You got other people to do your stuff. Yeah, you even got the... yeah, you even got got your essentially manage your people. Yeah, that all counts. You can have 1 as well. And I think that should be 3 XP for everyone.
Nice.
And yeah, let's check Bacon's nature as well, so they can just tag him. Go to Noi. Man, Bacon really needs more VE personnel. Oh, it's like entire
No,
staff.
he's not gonna.
I know he doesn't want to, but
not want to get. He's not gonna get them. You know that.
I mean, if worst case worst, they might just force him to like shuffle like personnel around.
Ah, yeah, it's good. Let my spies infiltrate all your bases.
Yeah. Okay.
Though I'm already being spied on by Bendy. Hey.
Yes. I shouldn't.
Well.
Man, if eyes weren't so expensive, I would have like put them on like all the bases.
Yeah, the issues are just so goddamn expensive.
Yeah.
I'll get them at some point to be able to mass produce them. Well, relatively mass produce them, you know.
Hmm.
I have big plans for Bendy.
You do?
You can't. You're not allowed to just bad touch a robot.
Yes, I'm gonna make him into. Fuck, I forgot what they called now.
Well, one way or another, I think it's time to say goodbye to the bots.
Goodbye, bots.
Bye, bots.
Bye, bots.